Monster.
Yeah.
Monster confirmed.
Monster.
We've looked into it. We've done the research. We are journalists. We have done the research.
We are not journalists.
Total monster.
Repeated use of the holding the shell, jumping, throwing it at a wall, and then bouncing off of it as it bounces off the wall.
Yeah, that's miserable.
Yeah.
That's miserable.
That's
I love that there's... So, I've seen 4 different archetypes of Mario Maker levels. And I think they're all interesting, but I've seen 4 sort of archetypes. The auto runner, right?
Yes.
Like the don't touch anything. Whoop. Goodbye, microphone.
I miss you. There we are.
Microphone, you came back. So, the auto runner.
Or it like plays a song or does something else neat.
Yeah. The sort of...
Standard.
The sort of the troll level, kinda. There's sort of some bleed over. Okay, there's 2 kinds of really well-designed Mario Maker levels. Ones that are just like a well-designed level that's different and fun with gameplay that you can work out how to beat it by playing it, and you're like, oh, okay, I need
That's
to do
what
this
I mean
and
by
you do
like
that.
a sort of a standard
Yeah.
Mario level.
Or there's ones that are well-designed, but that you can only beat if you know exactly what to do. So usually you have to die and go, oh, I see what I have to do. And then you can beat it, which they're fun, I guess, but, from a game design perspective, it's actually terrible because the whole point is that you should be able to beat it.
Through natural exploration.
Yeah, exactly. Whoops. What? There we go. Stopped the recording.
Well, and there's also there's people often talk about there's like skill levels and puzzle levels where it's I knew how to do it. It's I know how to do the level. It's the one that you and then James was playing.
With the fish?
Yeah, with the fish. It's
that.
everybody knows what to do. It's just a matter of actually doing it.
Yeah, that's the skill level.
As opposed to the puzzle levels where it's there's a whole bunch of pipes and you're where the heck do I go, or it's a maze, or there's a bunch of stuff that you have to figure out how to move it around and things, which are both interesting, but...
Oh, the 4th kind? Did I not do the 4th kind? It was...
No, we got distracted.
Oh, sorry. Auto runners, those 2, and then the levels that are just troll levels, which the similar sort of stuff happens in the levels that the solutions do not present themselves naturally, but the ones that are here's a thing to do, but if you try to do that, you die. You have to do it in a different way. And I consider that a distinction, because often they're not actually designed very well. They're just haha, fuck you levels.
I would argue that there's a fifth
Probably.
type of level, and that is weird art levels.
Oh, like the ones where Waluigi is sad?
Yes. Where it's not necessarily even difficult, but
I
saw James play one on his show, and it was how to describe it? I mean, you're placing, Waluigi is sad, and you're going through, and there's these messages you are hopeless and worthless. but certain parts of those words have blocks you can break to change it into a motivational message.
In that one, yeah, that level was cool. Some other we've never been G-rated. That was that was a lie. We swear all the time.
Yeah, will you save your son?
There's actually, I saw an article about one that I actually kind of want to play, where it actually is almost sort of a story level.
Oh, it's called Waluigi's Unbearable Existence?
And apparently it's basically, you and a Lakitu, or however you...
Lakitu.
Lakitu. That sort of become, that over the course of the level is kind of your buddy. And then you have to make it, there's depending on how you play the level, your buddy might get toasted at the end or not, or different, there's actually a bit of a story progression over the course of the level, which is pretty impressive.
Okay, let's talk about some news
Yeah.
that we didn't talk about. So you may have seen at the end of last week's episode, Kathleen talked about the game Rinse and Repeat, where you're showering dudes.
And we referenced that game, but not
Scrubbing
by
them up.
name.
Yep.
In the intro.
It is now in Twitch's limited list of games that can't be streamed.
There's like 12 games.
Really?
Yeah. The creator has said that it is fucking disgraceful
Yes.
that it was added to that list. And you can sort of see where he's coming from. So Twitch's reasoning, which also seems fairly reasonable, is their whole thing is a game that has nudity as its core, as the whole point of the game gets added to their list of games that can't be streamed.
Yeah.
Which is why, like, you see like butts or whatever in Mass Effect, or you see some random titties in God of War, and it's like that's not the whole game, whereas this is.
Although
so it's like, okay, fine.
They do say if like a streamer just like spends their entire stream hanging out with the naked part of the level, then they'll have a problem.
Right. So then, and I can see that.
Jelly-filled donut. Thanks for resubbing.
Welcome back. On the developers' end of things, he's saying that the idea that nudity and sex are allowed on Twitch only when it's tangential is a regrettable policy, saying it sends conservative messages for what is allowed to be a real game and discourages artistic experimentation from developers for fear of being banned from Twitch, which is also true.
This guy has another game on the Twitch ban list too,
Yeah.
by the way. He likes using nudity in his games.
So,
I mean, obviously he's doing art games and stuff
yeah,
like that.
exactly.
There's the thing that's kind of annoyed me about this particular story is that there's been a bunch of articles, like there's one in Ars Technica and there's one in a few other places have been like being like, Twitch's policy is inconsistent about this and they should be, changing stuff.
It's not.
When it turns out when it's actually people are more arguing, they're not arguing that their policy is inconsistent. They're arguing that like, it's the sort of standard violence versus nudity thing, which is sort of it tends to be kind of an American thing, which is it's something that is symptomatic not only of video games but of just straight video game ratings and movie ratings and all this stuff, right? Where nudity is a lot considered a lot worse than violence, whereas in sort of Europe it's considered a little more even.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's what people are arguing about, but they're sort of couching it in this idea where like Twitch is all inconsistent, where it's like Twitch is actually really consistent about their thing. You might disagree with their policy, which is fair.
Yeah.
But I feel like they have applied their policy fairly consistently, whether you agree with that or not, or whether you think violence or something should be on there.
Oops, thumb.
But that's that's what they've decided to put as the bar, and if they didn't mark it, like if there were like these like some of these the like anime games that they've put on the ban list, like some of the like relationship games that go into not so good areas that they've put on the ban list. If they were like, no, those ones are bad, but this one is fine because it's whatever guys or naked or gay guys, then that would be really inconsistent.
It's
right?
Nathan Longhair brings up a good point as well, which says there's a lot of people saying he's complaining about censoring. That's not the case. He's complaining about their policies, and he was not calling it censorship.
No.
That's a
He
word.
just doesn't like their policies.
That's a word that gets thrown around a lot by people who don't understand
if
what it
you're
means.
interested, somebody noticed, or somebody posted a link to the prohibited games on Twitch. Basically, you can't stream anything that's adults only.
Which
They're like,
is
don't stream
3
that.
games.
3 games.
Hatred, Fahrenheit Indigo Prophecy Director's Cut, and Manhunt 2 Uncut are the 3 adults-only games that you can stream.
Fahrenheit and Manhunt both have M versions.
Yeah.
And you can stream those.
Yeah.
But for the ones that are completely banned, that are not banned because they are rated adults only, I'm not going to read them, but stuff like BMX Triple X, and a lot of things with the word rape in the name, and Second Life.
Well, it's because Second Life is just dicks everywhere. Let's be honest.
I like that Second Life. There's nothing in Second Life
No.
That's actually objectionable.
that's actually objectionable. It's the people in Second Life that made it objectionable.
Yeah.
So what are these Sakura games? I'm assuming they're just like...
I assume they're just like hentai dating sims.
Probably.
If I had to guess.
I'll just quickly Google.
Other stories. So, Alex played Soma on Friday.
Yes.
He found it good, I believe.
I've heard good things about it.
Yes, it is a visual novel.
Uncensored. All I'm seeing is just like, here's the English adult version uncensored. Okay. Yeah, it's a visual novel with lots of nudity. Fine.
I was gonna, like, if when you're looking about information about a game, they have to use the words uncensored in like the name,
Yeah.
then you're already.
There you go. So, anyway, interesting thing about Soma is Soma players have discovered and solved a puzzle in the game. If you shove a plastic toy into the toilet and flush, a set of numbers appear on the screen. If you find enough of these numbers and use them as the password for a file called _supersecrets.rar in Soma's installation directory, something happens.
You find, I read this, you find a secret room with a bunch of or you find a secret like area of the game with a bunch of like rooms that didn't make it in, and like name finalists, and like some sort of, and like sort of writing notes and stuff, and an alternate intro.
Cool.
So it's really cool. I don't want to talk more about it because there is no way to talk more about that without giving massive spoilers for the game, and I know a lot of people do not want that game spoiled. So that's
But
it.
there's lots of stuff with like the alternate where they have like the document where they were brainstorming names for the game and stuff like that. It's just like a bunch of making of stuff and alternate things. It's an interesting way of doing that.
Greneval says, I keep seeing visual novel. I've never played one. Does that term have a negative or adult connotation to it? No, but there are adult visual novels that have nudity.
Yes.
There are tons of visual novels that are just...
For example, Hatful Boyfriend is
That's
technically
true.
a visual novel.
It's it's one of those things where it's an area that is very popular in Japan, and Japan has different standards.
I think Dark
nudity.
Morford did it succinctly. Not inherently. They're essentially choose-your-own-adventure books, but there are a lot that devolve into click for porn.
Yeah.
Yes, that is the most elegant way of summing up the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it is that Japanese games tend to have different standards for what they consider.
Twitch beat Dark
Not
Souls.
Oh, okay.
How many? So it took
904 deaths or something like that. I
904
read
deaths.
that and I was just like, eh. I mean, like the thing is
Took-
though,
It
it's
It
basically a
got really
turn-based
boring.
game.
It got really boring to watch once they implemented the thing that they needed to do to make it actually work.
Right.
Which is like, I get it, but it was just sort of like, this was interesting. So, Kotaku posted this. They got this these review restrictions for the review of PES 2016, which is the Konami
Pro Evolution Soccer.
Yeah, which is the Konami soccer football game. And it's as the author says, this is by Luke Plunkett. As he says, it's frequent that when you get the review copy, you also get restrictions from the publisher that's like, in your review, don't talk about this because it's a big spoiler for the plot, and that would be bad.
Or don't put it up before this date, blah, blah, blah.
Well, that's
an embargo.
That's an embargo.
But I mean,
that's pretty
there's a
standard.
variety of different restrictions that usually come along when you get a game for review.
But he talked about this, which is a crazy amount of restrictions for Pro Evolution Soccer, but not from Konami.
This is not like something like
These-
Konami put out, or like the PR company that probably sent out their releases put out.
These are restrictions from the sponsors, competitions, and teams that are in the game, and some of them are ridiculous. And what this relates to is not actually the review of the game. No, guys, this isn't anything to do with Konami. I like
No.
the fuck Konami hashtag is funny and everything, but this actually isn't Konami. They're publishing the game, but these restrictions are from the teams.
yes.
And it's to do with video or screenshots used with the review. You can't use video or screenshots of the Japan national team for any promotional materials outside of Japan. If you have the Spanish or France national team shown, you have to see 5 players minimum shown per screen. For Italy or Portugal, it has to be 3 players minimum shown per screen.
But for the German team, you gotta have
7.
7.
That is because if one player is featured more, then they go, hey, that's me now promoting this game, and I want money for that. For the Spanish league, usage of Messi is not allowed because EA holds his marketing rights.
And he's in the game, but he can't.
But you can't
put him in a screenshot
because that they're not allowed.
For Manchester United, Wayne Rooney can
be used, but he should be used as one of the squad members and never be highlighted individually.
Yes.
So, I mean, it's one of those, like, when we were talking about this, I was thinking, it's just one of those things that, like, gives you a tiny insight into how incredibly, insanely complicated.
I never said it was the players, Valkyrie Lemons.
Listen to this. If you want to take a screenshot
I see
of
what
Manchester
you mean.
United.
But in some instances, Valkyrie Lemons, in some instances, it is the players, specifically the players, and I'll get into that in a second, but go ahead.
But if you are, say, taking your screenshot with Manchester United and you are playing in the Old Trafford Stadium, you have to use the Nike ball in that game for that screenshot.
Because presumably Nike has a deal with that stadium.
Right. But you can imagine that, like, every single one of these things, and as well as hundreds of other restrictions, has been negotiated separately by lawyers on various sides. And the thing, like, in the way there's different requirements for every team, and in some cases each player, indicates that, like, it wasn't even like a blanket thing. It's like every team has to be negotiated separately, and they're fighting back and forth for just every little tiny scrap. They're having like a big argument. It's like, no, 5 players on side. No, we say 4 players. 5 players. 4 players. 5 players.
How is
well, is this a deal breaker? This is a deal. All right, the game isn't going to come out.
How is this enforced? I mean, realistically, if I decided to start my own game review website and put up a screenshot, I mean, it probably wouldn't get enforced. Or maybe in a couple months, somebody would ask me to change it.
Well,
but this is the kind of thing. Like, this is what the teams have decided to make sure that they want. So it's all very ridiculous.
Because the thing is, this is between. So how this would be enforced is because, like, if Polygon or Kotaku violated one of these things and like put up a thing of Messi, like by himself, like.
Then
the
Spanish league would get after Konami, and Konami would be pissed at.
And so Konami can do all sorts of stuff
like not send review
copies. Stuff. So like Polygon themselves or Kotaku themselves aren't liable to anybody about doing this, but they sour their relationship with Konami, and Konami would probably demand that they take it down.
Yes.
And then Konami would be like, no, we're not going to send you any review copies anymore.
And so here's an interesting addition to this article from a former developer at EA Sports, because that was Konami. This is EA Sports. This article about the PES restrictions is all about having to not pay additional royalties for using their images. For instance, the NFL is super strict on how video and screenshots are presented. You are not allowed to single out one player. You must have at least 3 players in the action. That's why on screenshots you often get a random in the foreground. If you do, then a player can say he's being used to endorse the product and wants to get paid. There's also a list of players the NFL has told EA not to use, such as Tom Brady, because he will ask for a payday even if there are other players in the shot. We also had an internal list of difficult athletes who had given us trouble with money and approvals in the past. And then back to Pro Evolution Soccer, pretty sure that list is a breakdown of what they've agreed to with their license partners, but for some odd reason, Konami is trying to make the media also follow the agreement. But that's, I assume, because Konami is afraid of being
sued or having to pay out additional stuff.
Yeah. So in some instances, it is actually the players being like, hey, what's this? Why am I being used to promote this? Give me money, right? So it's like,
Well,
And this is the AAA game Konami's decided to continue.
this is
making.
the only one they're actually going to keep.
This
making,
one.
yeah. But
Oh boy.
yeah, I mean, it's you can't.
No, we
In a
don't.
lot of ways, you can't really fault the players either, because they have to, they these days, especially the really famous ones, they got to be on this like hair trigger about stuff, because it's so easy for them to get sort of false, because all their money comes from endorsements. Them being seen with a product has a real value to it, and they
Yeah.
have to be very careful about that.
Yeah, we're not saying that nobody deserves to have. Like, we're not saying that these people should have their image exploited. We're just saying that it's very interesting, the requirements and what people will do to get out of paying more money. So yeah. Apparently, Ashton, who works with some EA Sports stuff, says that the restrictions are completely cray. But he's probably under NDA, so he can't say more than that. But
Yeah, it's I mean, it's one of those things where it's like nobody is like in the wrong or doing anything like that is stupid. But it's just sort of a unfortunate outcropping of this, like once there's so much money on the line and everybody's trying to get a little bit of advantage on the other people, that it's just you can't you can't have a reasonable discussion on this stuff.
Pandas and Pancakes. Yes, this is the game with the crummy Steam port. I don't know if you guys heard about this, but
we talked about it last week.
Oh, okay, because the Steam port for Pro Evolution Soccer is the Xbox 360 PS3 version.
Yep.
For some
They ported,
fucking reason.
Yeah, they
But
ported the PC version is the 360.
all the screenshots on Steam are from the PS4, Xbox One version.
Yep.
Anyway. There's
So
an
this is not
interesting.
necessarily a reason to be mad at Konami. You have lots of other reasons that you can be mad at.
Yeah,
Konami.
you don't need more excuses.
yeah.
There's
that's fine.
there's an interesting read on Gamma Sutra written by Josh Sutphin, founder of Kickbomb Entertainment, who has they have a Kickstarter going on for the game right now, and it's he's talking about
And they're on Greenlight.
and he's talking about a PR firm that they hired to help promote the game, and people were like, why'd you hire them? Because like he looked into the PR firm and they looked good and did good stuff. Cool, we'll hire them. And then people were like, "What are you doing? This is all terrible." And goodbye.
No, I'm trying to. Sorry, I just don't want to show the chat my under
Your
my dress.
your
as
under
I,
things.
as my under drawers as I put my leg up because
No
my
worries.
leg is cramping.
But then a bunch of people were like, "Why did you hire them?" And it turns out that they were like, giving away Steam keys for other games in exchange for people
Greenlighting.
voting yes to greenlight their game, and they were like, "Wow, that's filthy," and then kicked the PR company.
And
It's
in
an
defense
interesting
of that
read.
developer, they're like, we did not. We just read their stuff. We looked up some testimonials from their other clients, but we didn't ask to see examples of their previous campaigns. We didn't research them beyond that. So it's our fault for hiring someone shady and then, kind of getting burned by it. But it's a really good read.
I will link it in the chat.
It's the and as the guy says in the thing, like he had no he didn't even think about the idea, and like you wouldn't really, the idea that not only do you have to choose a PR firm that will represent you well, but that your PR firm itself would have a reputation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he
And
said-
not a good one.
I
Like you
believe-
think that's something that a PR firm would be good at.
I believe him when he's just like, it never occurred to me to think about what kind of reputation my PR firm had, because PR firms basically shouldn't have a reputation at all.
No.
They should work invisibly, right?
And that's sort of it. There's some stories about the possible voice actor strike, which I admit to not having looked into extensively enough to speak on it.
It's
It's not. Here's the deal. Basically they might go on strike because they want to get more forewarning about sort of the type of performances. Like, are you going to have to scream all day? What's the difference between a voice actor and a motion capture artist?
Right.
Because sometimes voice actors are brought in to do motion capture, and then
Or something like what was that the game the Noir LA Noir,
Right.
yeah.
where they did all the facial capture for the voice actors.
Yeah. And one of the sort of the biggest sticking issue is residuals, which is something that actors get in other industries. However, developers are not keen on the idea of paying residuals because obviously actors are, and they have a union and they've fought for this, and I'm not saying it's bad. Actors are used to getting residuals for certain things if, it goes on to syndication or it gets very popular. Fine. But developers are not into that idea because if they pay the voice actors residuals, shouldn't they also have to pay the coders and the developers residuals? And it's kind of the slippery slope.
It's sort of this idea of that for a long time voice actors for video games have been treated very differently from voice actors for any other media.
Yeah.
But now we're getting to the point where video games are popular and big enough that they're hiring voice actors from, like it used to be that, like in Myst, it was the two programmers were the guys who played the brothers. Right?
Yeah.
Rob and Rand Miller were the guys in it. But now we're at the point where video games are big enough that the voice actors are sometimes working more in video games than they are in movies or television. And they're kind of annoyed that they don't get the same deal. Also, they're the only ones in the production of a video game that actually are in a union. None of the developers or anybody else is in a union because the tech industries have always been pretty union or anti-union for various reasons.
Yeah, well,
not always bad reasons.
Von Seckler says, well, carpenters and camera people on movies don't get residuals either. But the thing is, a movie is a very different
This is the thing.
medium than a video game, right?
It's a very complex issue. Apparently, Jim did a video about it. So
And also Will Wheaton, who has actually done voice acting for video games, wrote a big article about it.
Yeah.
That was quite interesting too.
I mean,
obviously he's got his perspective on it.
Yeah, the thing is, like, movies and TV are like, the actors are the linchpin of the, of the production, right? That's what does it. But that's not how games work. Games are a completely different medium, right? So you can say that there's an argument to be made that the voice actors contribute to the success of a project, but not in a way that an actor contributes to the success of a movie. So it's very complex. That's why we didn't cover it in CheckPoint.
And it's one of those things where, and the union stuff makes it even more complicated because how unions work, of course, is that they're always trying to get the best deal. They're getting the best deal for their union members.
And that's why we have unions.
But they're doing it, each union does it independently from each other usually. I mean, they compare each other sometimes. But so, like, people are saying it's like, well, the actors want all this stuff, but then we'd have to give it to these people who aren't union. And that's not the actors union's responsibility that you're not giving it to other people, right? If if all the coders were in a union, they would also be, their union would be fighting for whatever rights they can get, right? Like it's a whole negotiating process that where everyone is trying to work for their own.
I think the most negative thing about this is that it's set up a false, like, voice actors versus artists and programmers like fight, when it's like it's not actually, like, it's not a fight between those people at all.
Right.
It's weird. Hey, Kuridan, thanks for the 7-month resub.
Yeah. So I think I think it's important to say that it's not a race to the bottom. It's not that if you get benefits, that means you don't. And it's important to remember that, unions kind of get a bad rap these days, but if it wasn't for unions and people fighting for rights and stuff like that, we wouldn't have weekends or child labor laws or
it's
anything,
I
right?
mean, the it's a process. I mean, as with the negotiation thing with the soccer stuff, right? Unfortunately, in a lot of these cases, when there is a lot of money on the line and people have fundamentally opposed interests, the developer or the company wants to make as much money as possible, and the other people want to make as much money, get as much benefits as possible, then a compromise has to be reached. And that negotiation process can often be very complex and multi-layered. And when one side gets vastly more powerful than the other side, you can get these really weird unbalanced situations. In both cases, I mean, historically, in some cases, unions have gotten, in positions where it's not, too powerful, and obviously, in a lot of cases, the management type people have gotten in situations where they're way too powerful.
Yeah.
So balance is really what's needed.
People are saying other things that we have because we have unions and stuff. Sanitations, all of our fingers, bathroom breaks.
Yeah, I mean,
19-hour work days.
Yeah, like I personally have never been in a union, so I don't know all the perspective on it, but I know
I was briefly, but
I know lots of
only because
people
I had to for the job, and then it was for
Right.
a summer internship, and then I left the union, so I don't know.
But I know a lot of people who obviously work there, and people have various opinions about it. But anyway,
So, anyhow. It's a
so
complex issue.
I hope it's one of those things that I hope it can be resolved in a useful way.
No, we are not unionized.
All right, so Kathleen.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, I forgot to turn on this. Whoop. And this. Whoop. And this. Boo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Wait. Boo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo.
I could probably do a thing to make that change colors automatically.
Sweet.
The lure union would be against 24-hour streams, probably. Yes, probably.
Or maybe
We've
we've
never forced anyone to do a 24-hour stream.
Mm-hmm.
James kind of tricked Adam into agreeing to one, but Loading Ready Run has never forced anyone to do a 24-hour stream.
Though, so.
Exactly.
That was James acting as a
friend.
as an independent agent.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. People in Europe are saying, I don't understand why some white people in North America are like suspicious of unions. That's just how things work here. And I would say
different.
Largely in Europe,
There's
you
some
have better
things-
working conditions and vacations.
Mm-hmm.
That's all
Yeah.
I'll say there.
It's I mean, it's not a black and white thing.
No. Few things are
No.
internet.
Except for, colors.
Yeah. No, clever video game reference.
Yes.
This was months ago.
And he did it.
James kind of tricked Adam into is how a lot of stories start.
Yeah.
Good point. All right,
James is a terrible enabler.
ready? He really is. Are you ready, Kathleen?
Yes.
All right. What? You're a terrible enabler.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, he's on board.
If you ever if you're ever thinking about, say, buying a really big television or some sort of
If you have
electronics, and you're trying to debate
any kind of electronic purchase.
you're
Oh,
like,
yeah.
do I need to spend this much
is this
money?
fiscally responsible? James would be
Yeah.
like, yes. Like,
Then
do you remember the fiscal irresponsibility fairy sketch? That's basically James.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not only will he be like, yes, but he'll be like, I'll drive you there right now. We'll go get it.
Get in the car. Let's do
Yeah,
this.
do you need a van to haul home this gigantic TV? I got a van. We're good to go.
Yeah. Okay, Kathleen.
Yeesh.
RF232 with an 8-month resub is our
Delicious.
first welcome today.
Oh, wait, I'm hungry. That's why I said delicious. I'm very hungry.
All right.
All right. All food related sub welcomes.
Possibly. Actually, I might... Paul, could you go and, give me some food?
I can do that, actually. I have to go to the bathroom. I can go
Okay.
get you food also.
Oh, okay. I was like, I go to the bathroom anyway, so while I'm there, I'll get
So
you
let
some
me bring
food.
you back...
I'll get you all
let
the
me bring you
food
back some...
in the bathroom.
Well, no, let me bring you back something that used to be food.
Yeah. Do you want something from, the parsonage, or?
I don't think we have any, snacks here or
I don't
anything.
think so. What do you want?
I don't know, a breakfast bagel or something if they don't have any of the sandwiches of the day left, which they probably won't,
Okay.
because it's almost 2. All right, do not get food from the bathroom.
All right, Paul.
Paul, you're up. You're on.
So, RF232 with an 8-month resub is your first.
Excellent. Move myself over.
Get back in a few.
Yay!
Haha! I've been promoted.
It's the Kathleen and Paul show. Let's overthrow Graham.
Woo!
Start a union.
I've been thrown.
Wait, I'm management though. I can't be in the union.
I'm gonna start a union of one. I'm an employee.
That's just you. That's not a union.
James, do you want to be in my union? What? Do you want to be in my union? Okay. Ah! We shall overcome. Little picket signs. All right. This is stream now rated P.
The big
P
problem.
for Paul.
I feel like the problem with Loading Ready Run employees trying to make a union is that we would just start like shooting crap shots of people protesting or doing. We would start like using that as like a background for something. It would be confusing.
All right.
Okay.
RF232. Hey everybody, are you looking for a variety of interesting converters and bits and bobs that you can use to plug items that you own into other items that you own to make ridiculous daisy chains of electronics because you have a very specific need to stream some sort of wrestling thing that you're pirating online to like a television but also patch it into another television and you know what, come on down to RF232's House of Converters. We've got male to male and female to male and female to female and jacks that don't do anything but plug into other jacks. Smaller, larger, bigger, weirder. Do you need some sort of like 80-pin connector that does a weird thing? We got that. What's it for? I don't know, but come and buy it, I guess, if you need it.
I want to plug my PlayStation controller into my microwave.
We can totally do that. It's going to require 18 different pieces, and it's going to cost you $30, but you will be able to nuke a pizza pocket from your couch.
Wow. The future is here.
RF232's House of Converters will do it. Jacks that don't do jacks. All right.
So many adapters.
Yeah. Naked Crab. Naked Crab is number 2. Hey, everybody, come on down to the Naked Crab, Maryland's own seafood shack of delights and sexiness. That's right. At the Naked Crab, there's 2 things that are naked. The crabs and you. That's right. We're not a no shoes, no shirt, no service place. We're a no shoes, no shirt, service A-OK place. In fact, we make you get naked as you get in there. We are not responsible for any hot butter related injuries. Come on down to the Naked Crab today and eat some crabs, but don't catch crabs because we do put down like a little plastic sheet on the chairs because pubes touch them.
I like the idea of a restaurant where, like, it's not like, Hooters or whatever. Like, all the actual employees of the restaurant are clothed. It's just the clientele that are naked.
Yeah.
Also, is a naked crab a crab without a shell? Or is it that the crab has its shell, but it just isn't wearing clothes, like little knitted crab outfits?
Yeah, there's no crab outfit there. It's just the crab as it came out of the sea, naked as a jaybird or as a crab.
As a crab.
As a crab.
As the old saying goes, naked as a crab. I'm just imagining somebody knitting like a sweater.
Like a little crab onesie?
A little crab onesie
that has little booties
that has so many legs. That sounds like something that like grandma from the Addams Family would be knitting, like knitting like the onesie that has like 8 legs coming out the side.
Yeah. And like a venom sack or something. All right. Okay. That was pretty weird. Murnus. Murnus has resubbed for 3 months in a row. Thank you, Murnus. Although I think they've had like a sub come and go, so we'll just say, Murnus, your support, yay. No, wool is terrible in water, no knitting. Well, it could be an acrylic crab onesie.
Hey, when wool is wet, it still keeps you warm.
Oh, God. Memo is from Baltimore. It says, real restaurant name around here. She's got crabs. Maryland.
And there's 2 locations. She's got crabs and she's got crabs too.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Oh, dear.
Well, one's in Pennsylvania.
Wow.
I mean, Maryland is known for its crabs. Ugh. All right, that's enough of that. All right.
We don't need that.
Where am I? Murnus. I mean, Naked Crab kind of writes itself. Myrnus less so.
Have you done something in reference to like Mir already?
Oh, almost certainly. Let's see. Myrnus, Hey everybody, are you looking for a place to come and build your castle? As long as your home is your castle, please seek prior building approval permits from your local residence or city. Come on down to Murnus's Home Depot of Delights. That's right, we don't have the regular stuff that a Home Depot has, like bathtubs and toilets and wash basins and tile and grout and fence posts and none of that stuff is here. Go to Home Depot if you want that stuff. We have the stuff that will make your home truly a castle, like a moat and or a throne and or a dungeon filled with things like, you know, the spiky cage where you put somebody inside and then you close the cage and it's like a grilled cheese panini press thing except the spikes go in and then just like you open it up and like a mist falls out. We got one of those. An Iron Maiden. We got lots of those. Got a shipment in from China. What are they doing in China? I don't know, but I bought them cheap and you can get them here. Other torture devices we have? Spikes. Just lots of spikes.
Yeah.
Spikes with straps on them if you need to strap into a wall, but also do a spike thing. I don't really know how this stuff is used. Maybe we should just open an S&M store, actually. I mean, it might be more straightforward.
I mean, when it comes right down to it, most torture things are just spikes in different configurations. Why get all complicated?
Anyhow, come on down to Myrnus's home throne place today. A place for all my portcullis-based needs.
I like the idea of buying a moat at a store. I don't know what a moat looks like.
It's
separate from the actual
huge bag of water.
It's like a donut of water.
Yeah. It's like
that they lower down over top of your castle.
Yeah, it's like a kiddie pool.
But in a circle.
Maybe what you do is you buy this gigantic kiddie pool type thing, and you have to lower it around your house somehow, or unfurl half of it and flip the other half over, and then you just plug a hose in and wait.
I like it. Plug a hose in and wait.
Yeah. I bet your water bill, if you filled up a moat, would be a lot. Unless it was a very shallow moat, we're talking 3 inches.
Well, I know there's a thing in, I think it's in California or, in places where lots of people have outdoor pools.
Yeah.
There's a thing you can actually pay a certain amount to have the fire department hook you up to a fire hydrant.
Ooh.
And to fill your pool, because filling your pool from a garden hose will take so long, weeks or days anyway, that you can pay to just have it.
You can just pay to have the fire department come out, fill the pool, and leave.
Fill the pool and leave, yeah.
That fill this moat with hamburger meat. Oh, that's good for the first 2 hours, I think.
Yeah, it's.
I wonder if that's how dry moats became a thing. That's just a pit. That's just a pit in a circle. It's a circular pit. All right.
It's a ditch.
It's a ditch. Yes, actually, that's exactly what it is. It's just a ditch. All right. Sarah Sarinde. Hey, everybody. Are you looking for a delightful way to tell the lady in your life that you love her? Come on down to Sarah Sarinde's House of Serenades. We will take that lady or man. We're not picky. Neither should you be. We don't ask questions about who you want to serenade, and we will send them a lovely song of your choosing. We'll even let you write the song if you think that's a good idea. We're not here to judge you. We're just here to sing. For example, look at this little ditty we just sung for a very nice lady who lives in the next town over. Paul, can you give me some music? Oh, my fair lady, you are so hot. When I asked you to go out with me, you said, sure, not. But that won't stop me. One day I will have you. Maybe this song will make your heart ring true. If not, I'll send this minstrel back over. And he'll sing for you again and again. And one day I'll get you to give me a chance. Otherwise, I'll just come to your school and stalk you. See, we're not picky about what we sing.
That's like half a love song and half a threat.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
So beautiful, says Ember Becky. I was really trying to make that rhyme and I couldn't. I was really failing. Totally accept a date from that song, says Valkyrie Lemons.
I like the Sarah Serinde policy that we're not picky about who you serenade, and you shouldn't be either.
Yeah. A caffeinated lemur. How threatmantic.
That's not a phrase that should be come into normal parlance.
No. It's romantic, but also highly threatening. But if you need something, maybe contact Sarah. She's running a whole agency for that. All right. Oh, hey, speaking of people that need a little bit of romantic wooing, next up is So Sundere. Oh, of course. Ooh, Sweetie947 just subscribed. Ooh, that's exciting. Thank you for this new subscription. That's really cool. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, it's our 5th one today. So Sundere. If you don't know what a tsundere is, it's like those girls in anime and video games who are like, I don't even like you anyway, dummy, but they actually really do like you. They're kind of a trope. Like Severa. Irie from the game I'm playing, Devil Survivor 2, is very much a tsundere character. But yeah, basically they hate you because they like you so much.
Oh, I thought tsundere was the I'm so nervous about you.
No, that's a different type of. I don't know what the super shy and nervous trope is, or what that character is, but somebody in the chat will know, and they'll tell us in a couple seconds because of the lag.
So it's I don't like you.
Yes, exactly. I don't like you, baka, but I do secretly, right?
Secretly, it's always the case.
Yes.
Love and hate are just the two sides of the same coin.
Yeah, that's a different dere. They hate you because they love you so much. Mangled Pixel says, the cactus, truly the most tsundere of plants. Yeah. So, tsundere, the nature of all cats. That's not true at all. Cats are very loving and snuggly. Dandere is the shy one, apparently, maybe? By
I'll take your word
GCat50.
for it.
Yandere? No, Yandere is creepy stalker obsession. Bijdere.
I'm glad Dandere.
Dandere is the shy one who's just like, I like you so much, I'm overwhelmed. All right, Dandere is shy. Yandere is just like, I will make you mine and I will wear your skin. And
I'm so glad we have all these words for this thing.
And Bijdere is that's Bij.
That's a very special thing.
All right, but we're doing So Sundere, who has been subscribing for a whole year. All right. Okay, so, hey everybody, are you looking for a way to impress a special boy or girl, and you just don't know how to get into their head? You've tried being nice. You've tried ignoring them. Have you tried being so tsundere? That's right. Send away for my educational videos today, and I'll teach you how to lure anybody into your romance trap with this incredible attitude. That's right. Who can resist this? It's not like I like you or anything, idiot.
I'm confused into liking you.
Exactly. That's exactly how it always works, and people don't think you're just mean for no good reason. So order my educational videos today, and we'll talk about topics like liking people, showing you like people, playing mean tricks on people, screaming at people for no reason, giving them things that they hate, trying to rub things that they're allergic to into their pores and or eye holes. All of these things are the tsundere's weapon of choice when it comes to erotic enticement. So come on down today, and I hope that you have a miserable life, you piece of shit. Or do I? Ha ha! So tsundere, that's exactly how it works.
Yeah, it's like, I'm so confused.
Yeah.
Is this emotion love? I don't know. I think it's just confusion.
Oh, so tsundere is from the Hatful Boyfriend stream, because there are so I wonder what this person's actual account is, because apparently that's a parody account.
Mm.
I thought that was just their user account because it's been around for so long.
It has been.
And it's kind of a funny username.
Maybe it has become. It has supplanted a regular account.
Yeah, people want to know what their non-novelty account is. Feeding them bleach is Yandere. All right. Okay, who's next? Enolan.
Or Enolan.
Enolan.
Or Enolan. I don't know.
I don't know.
Enolan. Depends on how you want to lay it out. But they've just subscribed for 2 months in a row.
Woo! All right. Oh, let's see. Enolan. Or maybe Enolan. Enolan. It's E. Nolan. Echo Nolan. Okay, good. Okay, perfect. I love you so much, Stab.
Nolan.
E. Nolan. Okay. Let's see. Hey, kids, do you want to become an internet video game wizard and make the big Counter-Strike bucks? Yeah! You know what you need to do? You want to be a professional athlete, but you want to be a professional athlete of the future, not one of the boring professional athletes of today. They get hit in the head, and they have to run around and be outside, even if it's not nice out. Like, sometimes it's too hot, and sometimes it's way too cold, and sometimes it's just kind of windy and unpleasant, and it's like humid. That's gross. You don't want to do that. You want to be an esports athlete. So come on down to E. Nolan's esports training routine house. That's right. It's like a boot camp to teach you esports stuff. We'll teach you all of the great things that will make you an incredible esports player, like sick micro. I just shoot. Oh fuck! I launched BattleNet, which is actually kind of ironic. 1 second.
Launching BattleNet unintentionally. That's amazing. Clearly, the system is totally working.
And eating Doritos, yum, 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 yum. And drinking Mountain Dew. That's all it takes to become an esports celebrity. Come on down to E. Nolan's house of E-clicky training today. It's not just a weird thing I'm doing in my basement. I mean, it is, but...
It's not just a weird thing. That is one of the things it is, but it is not all.
Show us that hot APM. Dead hand motion. This is a terrible mouse for actually trying to do that quickly. Also, holding a mouse up like this and clicking is not great. And I also have terrible micro, so... all right, who's next? Right. Togashina Ruta.
21 months in a row.
I have done this, but I have done a lot of Togashina Ruta sub-commercials. So now I have to come up with something more interesting and new. Okay. Which one was the stalker? Yandere?
Yandere.
And
yeah.
Dandere was the shy one.
Yes.
And Bijdere was the bijy one.
Yeah.
The weird one. I'm gonna start saying Bijdere is the weirdy one because his name is Bijdere. It works.
Wow.
It sounds correct, right?
He's yeah. Should you guys should talk to Bij and Heather about that tonight. He's streaming tonight. So.
Yeah. And you can say he's a new archetype. You can't explain Bijdere. All right. Okay. Let's see. Yandere. Yes, that is the creepy one. All right. Hey, everybody. Have you tried to get the love of your life to pay attention to you, but you've been to Soso Sundare's School of Sundere, and they're still just ignoring you because now they just think you're weird? You know what you need to do? You need to show them your love a lot, firmly, as many times as possible, sometimes using full contact, sometimes touching them at night when they least expect it. That's right. Come on down to Togashina Ruta's Yandere School of Seduction. That's right. We'll teach you all of the best Yandere techniques, like finding out where they live and following them home, and then waiting outside for them, and then looking in their windows at night as they eat, and finding all their favorite foods, and then crawling inside through an air duct. Yes, you can do it. We'll teach you contortion stuff as well, I guess, if that's what you need to do to get inside and touch their hair while they sleep. That's very important, is the touching their hair while they sleep. Get as much of their hair as possible. Get that scalp oil on your fingers, and then... So come on down today. God, that went off the rails. Sorry, Paul. Kathleen, you are too good at this. You are freaking me out. Adult, please. All right, well, I mean, that works.
Yes, getting rid of the competition. That's that's a whole thing unto itself.
Kathleen is too convincing. Is there a Yandere sim?
Probably.
All right. Show them your love with a big knife. All right. Kathleen and Paul. So I did a normally sub. Oh well, Graham is back. So
Perfect timing.
So we can now we can do Tango Land's best name.
No.
Come sit down. You missed me getting all up in Paul's scalp oils.
Gross.
I know. I don't know why I did it. I blame the lack of food. All right. The line in the sand was not crossed. The line is on another beach altogether. All right. Okay. Hey, everybody. Kathleen, Graham, and Paul as official representatives of Loading Ready Run here to weigh in about what we think is the best name for the new lands that are coming out in Battle for Zendikar. Obviously, there's been a lot of debate about what they should be called, but we're here to say on the official record, as representatives of Loading Ready Run, especially Graham Stark, who's like basically our leader. He's like team dad. He's always in charge, and he is here to personally endorse Tango Land as best name. Graham, what do you have to say about that?
Under duress.
Tango Lands are the best name. That's right. You want to call them something cute like Charm Lands or Three's Company Lands or whatever the hell? That's stupid. Tango Land. That's right. Doesn't it roll off the tongue, Graham?
And into a ditch.
Isn't it great, even if you don't speak English and don't know what the takes two to tango phrase means?
I don't know. Probably not.
Don't you just want to smile when you say Tango Land?
I sure do.
Tango Land is the best name.
One, two, buckle my shoe lands.
That's so stupid.
Into a ditch, don't you mean into a dry moat? Oh, Graham wasn't here. He missed that. So that was trolling Graham.
Hooray.
How many sub? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That was 8. So just as a reference, just so you guys know, I do full commercial experiences for the first 15.
It goes up to Miniwak, skipping Zethris.
Yeah.
Okay. And excuse me. Now we're gonna do Valkyrie Lemons. Valkyrie Lemons has resub for 4 months in a row. Hey everybody, are you looking for lemons that will spice up your life and or your lemonade? Why settle for regular lemons when you can have lemons that come from the Norse afterlife? They're so hardcore. That's right. Why serve regular lemonade at your church gathering, bake sale, or baby shower when you can serve Valkyrie lemons and carry the willing warriors off into the arms of Valhalla and the losing stupid warriors into hell for an eternity of torment? That's right.
Not your normal lemons.
That's right. Won't your children's Girl Guide fundraiser be really spiced up when 6 of the kids get to go and become eternal warriors and the rest just vanish into a pit of death and despair? Those are the kids who are really good at hand-to-hand combat and probably won a Taekwondo badge or something. Yeah! Valkyrie Lemons, buy them today.
Woo!
We are not responsible for anything that happens.
We're not responsible, I think is fair. Actually, after saying that, I'm now kind of digging Buckle Lands as a name.
Ah!
Oh my goodness.
The Architect X with a 25-month resub.
I actually wanted to take a break to eat some food, but I guess I'll do that.
Nope, eat the food.
There's a There's a great Reddit thread I was reading a while ago that was, it was like a writing prompt that was, John Cena dies and is taken to Valhalla, where all the Norse, there's like all Thor and Odin, all the Norse gods think that he's actually a great warrior. Like they've been watching his matches,
Right.
but they don't know that it's predetermined.
Oh no.
And so they think that he's like the greatest warrior.
Oh no.
It's pretty funny.
That's a sweet writing prompt.
Yeah. There's some good stuff there where he's like,
Thor and Odin and John Cena.
well, yeah, and then he's like going, they like put him up against like, here's like this like giant guy who's like 9 foot tall and wearing full plate armor. And like, we know that he probably won't give you much of a contest, but make it fun.
These are breakfast bagels from the Parsons. They have egg and cheese and thick cut delicious bacon in them. Thor does not get kayfabe. All right. Who's next? The Architect X. Hey everybody, are you looking to impress your neighborhood with a new style of architectural delights? You've tried ranchers, you've tried mid-century modern, you even tried Tudor revival. But none of that is what you want from your house. Come on down to the Architect's X House of Architecture, where we will give you all sorts of unknowably weird shit. That's right, we've bought the plans from Bloody Stupid Johnson. And if you want stairwells that go into nowhere and then come out from an alternate dimension back where they started, that's sure to confuse the cat. That'll be great. Or maybe you just want a dry moat. Some people will call them a ditch, but we say that's not quite right.
You'll learn the difference once you have one.
Yeah, maybe you want a garden, but instead of topiaries, you have ground beef. Why not that? Impress your neighbors. Stink out your rivals. The Architect X. Come on down and buy some houseplants today. We are not responsible.
Lots of people have a spiral staircase. What about a Mobius staircase?
That's good, actually.
I love the idea of. It sounded like you were talking about landscaping, right? Like instead of ground covering, use ground beef. It was the way that you said it made me think not of like ground as in has been put through a grinder, but like on the ground. Just cover it with ground beef.
Which is, I guess, I actually kind of like that as just a term for cows.
Ground beef?
Ground beef. It's beef that's walking around on the ground.
Well, somebody says, my wife keeps filling our dry moat with plants and calling it her garden. Aw. Your physics department had a Mobius staircase that you could walk on?
Well, part of it anyway.
Oh, neat. All right. Ground beef, air beef, space beef.
Do you want a staircase with only one surface? Ooh.
All right. Oh, and up next is Rebellious Uno, the rebellious one.
Ooh.
With a 19-month retub.
Woo! Hey, everybody. Are you looking to set yourself apart from all the rest of your class, but you've tried to be the hot one and that's not going to happen? You've tried to be the smart one and that's also not going to happen? And you don't really want to go straight to ugly one? Come on, everybody's got standards here. Try being the rebellious one. That's right. Sign up for Rebellious Uno's rebellious classes and make a name for yourself as the kid who just doesn't give an F that they are not hot or smart enough to be the hot one or the smart one. Why be the studious one or the polite one or the one that's just average and people actually have a fine time with and get along with because they're not trying to be something crazy or weird or get a lot of attention, or the drama geek, or the person who does improv? I mean, those you'd think are the same, but they are two distinctly different types of annoying high school kids. Be the rebellious one. We'll teach you all about smoking, and then smoking until you like smoking, and then smoking until you can tolerate smoking. And all sorts of other things. Drugs, when to do them, always, that's rebellion. Come on down to Rebellious Uno's School of Rebellion, and we'll teach you how to be a badass.
I was laughing because you were, it's like, you can't be the hot one, you can't be, except you can't be the hot one, you can't.
I like the idea.
I'm not trying to insult you, I'm just trying to
I like the idea of extending the forcing them to smoke a whole carton thing to everything else. Like, oh, you skipped class, did you? Well, we'll just skip all the classes and see how you like that.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Well, okay.
Oh, Rebellious
And
Uno gives a thumbs up.
And the trick is, if you don't go to the Rebellious Uno school, you're already doing really well. Because you rebelled against that. It's like, I always loved the, was it the EA? But their slogan used to be the, like, challenge everything. It's like, EA, challenge everything. No, that's good. That's good.
Yeah. Okay.
Keep
don't.
challenging things.
Don't then. That's fine.
Okay. I'll do that then. No, you're
No,
ruining it.
no, don't do it. Challenge it.
Somebody says, was Paul the hot one?
Paul's the gorgeous one.
Paul's
We have
the
a whole
gorgeous one.
video about that.
But I think in high
the
school,
off.
all of us were the weird one.
Yeah.
Let's be honest here. I was a very weird girl.
It's what's the term? Not conventionally attractive.
Right. We were actually having a meeting, and we were just like shooting the shit. And Alex is like, "So Kim's cousin moved back to town, and she's really hot." I'm like conventionally attractive hot, and he's like, "Yes." I'm like, "Perfect." It's always sometimes we have a need for conventionally attractive people. Not that Paul and Graham and myself aren't like all beautiful and
There's a reason we brought Monty in.
yeah. For the pair, where that like super hot guy walks in and he's like chiseled and has like a tan and stuff. None of us look like that. None of us will ever look like that.
Kathleen, guess who's next?
I like that it's a way to make somehow saying somebody is really attractive to somehow sound like an insult.
Yeah.
It's like, well, I guess you're conventionally attractive.
Yeah. I guess if you're going by what society considers to be smoking hot.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know.
I guess you didn't care about that sort of thing.
Oh God. Cam is probably the smart one.
Kathleen,
Yes.
Cortanios is next
Oh, goody.
with an 11-month resub.
An 11-month resub. 11 months straight of rich Corinthian leather jokes, possibly.
Yay! Don't
Addie-
break the streak.
They didn't have beards in high school, Addie Pie. They weren't the beard ones then.
Nope.
Yeah, I
That
guess.
wasn't allowed in my high school.
Really? You weren't allowed to have a beard?
Nope.
Could anybody in your high school grow a beard, or is that one of
Men-
those things they put in there to,
I could.
no
Yeah,
beards?
Paul could.
Really?
I grew a beard over summer between 11th and 12th grade, but I had to shave it off before I started 12th grade.
Wow, I always assumed that they put those no beard things in there, not because it made teenage boys feel positive about their ability to possibly grow a beard.
It was that was basically what it was, is that the idea, like, teachers had beards and stuff, but it's just that it was a private school and they were like, kids growing beards are going to be not very good looking.
They're gonna be like those sad wispy beards.
And like,
It's
there's
like three
no
hairs
point
here.
in like spending all the effort to force kids to wear like school uniforms to make them all look nice if they all have like crappy facial hair.
Oh, okay, Hosk says I had a
Facial
beard
pubes.
by senior year. But then Haley RNG says I'm 32 and still can't grow a beard. I mean, I can't grow a beard. I've been trying
Right.
for years.
But yeah,
I've never shaved and still nothing.
between high school and when I shaved it off originally for Desert Bus and Desert Bus 2, I guess it was. I shaved on the last day of school
Right.
for the last time, and then I kept my goatee all the way up until the second Desert Bus. And then it's just been chaos. Comes and goes. I don't even know anymore.
Diet Coke boy
Yeah,
says
boy.
I'm 32 and have like 3/4 of a beard.
Depends on what 3/4 you have.
Yeah.
I mean,
Keep trying.
maybe you have all of this stuff, just nothing on the chin.
Yeah, that's okay. Then you just have like the mutton chops.
Yeah, that's okay.
That's not too bad. Or like a goatee is sort of like, that's like half a beard. If you just have the neck part though, that's not so good.
Just the neck. I've seen that. It's weird.
The neck beard, yeah.
Like, just the neck.
Yeah.
Like, actually shaving this part.
So deliberately like growing
Yes.
out your neck beard.
I've seen that.
It's a style. It's a statement.
You can't say it's not a style. It definitely is a style.
Yeah.
I'm imagining it.
I find it...
And it's real weird because it's real long in my head, so it's like this.
I do find it slightly unfortunate. Like, I remember I was saw a thing on Reddit that was like... It was like making fun of, whatever. It was like doing an image macro of like, big loser neckbeard guy. And the picture they happen to be use is, if you don't know, the poet laureate for, I think it's British Columbia?
For Canada.
For Canada, who performed like at the Olympics in Vancouver.
But as soon as he took the stage, everyone in the room I was watching it with was like, holy shit, that neckbeard.
Yeah, he's an incredibly awesome guy, apparently. Unfortunately, rather large guy with a rather magnificent neckbeard. I don't know why that was the decision he made. He's a poet, he's unconventional, I guess.
Yeah.
Yes.
But it was funny because people are like, this guy must be such a loser. And they're like, actually.
Actually, he's incredibly well
Yeah,
accomplished.
he's incredibly accomplished.
That's not what I think of when I think neckbeard. I think like...
Dual beard action.
Yeah, I don't know. All right, anyhow. Cortanios. So somebody described their beard as a goatee with holes. And I thought that was delightful. I mean, there's at least one hole in the center of the goatee.
Hopefully, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's what I think of.
Wow.
Ugh.
That's
a look.
Can we get that on screen?
Yes.
Look at this guy. Wow.
Yeah. That almost works. Like at that point, it's almost I think that works better than like a little short neck beard. Because at that point, it's almost like just wearing a turtleneck.
Oh. People are like, "Whoa, good lord, no!" It's like a ruff. All right, let's get that off screen.
Yeah, it's true. It's like an Elizabethan kind of.
That's a scarf, right? No. All right. Cortanios.
Looks like his head is launching like a rocket.
Cortanios. Hello, my name is Cortanios. You may remember me from several subscriber commercials in which I endorsed rich Corinthian leather. But today I am here to endorse a different product. Aside from my rich Corinthian leather, which I still endorse, so I will not lose my 11-month streak of endorsing this product. But no, I am here to endorse beard oil today. Do you often wish you could have a rich, silky, luxurious beard? For example, you, sir, you seem to be completely incapable of growing a beard.
I wish I could have.
Smooth as a baby's bottom, but not nearly as nice. Because, you look at a baby and you're like, oh, that's cute. You look at this face, you're like, meh, whatever.
No.
All right, this man, you can grow a beard, but do you not wish it was more thick and luxurious, such as my incredible beard?
I do. I wish it was exactly like yours.
With my incredible neck ruff, my incredible face coverings. Just a small hole for my mouth. Wait. There it is.
Wow.
There's my lips.
Wow.
Hold on. Bleh. Come on down to Cortanius' beard school today, and you too will look like me, rich Corinthian Beardsley.
Halfway between Kathleen and Cousin It. Well, that was Featherweight did a cartoon about that.
That was Kate at PAX.
Yeah, it was Kate at PAX.
Pretending
to be Graham by.
Destiny is a game that I play. Ha! Classic Graham.
All right, I should head out.
Yep.
Grab some food. This way.
We'll tag you out.
I'll be back in just about half an hour. There is a straw poll going on because the game I have been playing, Gish, I'm near the end of it, so I'm probably going to finish it pretty early on in my stream. So there's a straw poll going on. Hopefully somebody can link to it because I don't have it off the top of my head about what to play next. So check that out, and we will do that thing. Oh. Wait. I'll see if I can find the... Wait, I can find the address for the poll. Damn.
All right, 1 second. Well, while we're doing that, we're gonna do a commercial for John Dare.
With a 20-month resub.
Woo! Hey, everybody. Have you been to certain disreputable beard-growing schools and now you find yourself cursed with some sort of face curtain made of rich, luxurious hair that never goes away? It's because you actually bought cursed aftershave? Well, come on down to John Dare's School of Clean-Shavenness. This is one of our clients. Look at his face. It's like a baby's bottom. Not as cute, but I mean, it doesn't have hair on it, and that's the thing you're going for there. Right, sir?
Yes. Baby's bottom is what I wanted.
Yes. Look at my face. I only have the merest hint of a beard. And that's because I've taken the special patented John Dare challenge to remove all unwanted beard hairs. So it's not just like two lips poking out of a mole. What am I even saying? The John Dare Beard Challenge. You can take it today and eliminate all unwanted facial hair. First, you give yourself a thorough shave. Then, you exfoliate to really get down deep into your skin. The exfoliation is very important. But the most important third step is just a face bath with acid. That will prevent hair and sometimes skin from ever coming back. So try it today and go from this to this. I really wanted to get it so my lips were poking out there.
I remember one of the beards that we, like one of the fake beard that we have that I wear when I'm doing the wizard chat guy. It is highly, the mouth, there's sort of a mouth thing. There's a mouth hole, but the mustache hair is like so long that it completely covers the mouth hole. So it's just like, it's very difficult. Wouldn't brutalizer get censored on the recordings? I do not know. But if it does, it does.
Yep.
Such is the way. All right. I will see you guys in a little bit.
Bye, Paul. All right. Next, it's Whedon Project.
Whedon Project with a 10-month resub.
Woo! Remember when I forgot who Joss Whedon was?
Yeah. J.J. Whedon. Joss Abrams.
Look, they're practically the same rich white guy.
Provably not.
Come on. Give me just humor me. All right. Let's see. People are now humming along with me. They're trying to come up with a subscriber commercial for the Whedon Project. Or just Whedon Project.
Josh Whedon.
So it says you take that back. I don't remember that.
J.J. Abrams.
Jersh Wado.
Jersh Wado.
Jorge Wheaton. Let's see.
Jim Jorp Wheatmans.
Let's see. Whedon Project. Ding 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 ding. Hey everybody, are you going to get yelled at by your wife because she's mad about your dry moat or your yard or something like that being filled with weeds? Come on down to the Whedon Project where we'll pull some weeds and do some landscaping for you. Is your ground cover mostly just ground beef? Get it out of there. I put that one in there for you, Graham. It doesn't make any sense in the context of this commercial or most of what I've been doing here this afternoon, but you thought it was funny.
Why do you keep punching?
Because I'm ready to punch some weeds out of the ground. Come on out and let me punch stuff into your ecosystem and into your compost bin. That's right. What we'll do is we'll take out any unwanted weeds and maybe some wanted weeds. I guess if they were weeds, they wouldn't be wanted, but I don't know. I'm just going to come and pull stuff with extreme prejudice. So come on down to the Whedon Project today, and we'll turn your dry moat into just a dry expanse of nothingness. No more plants ever. That'll solve it.
Mini whack.
Oof, right in the ecosystem, says Ashton.
Woof. God, there's so many people still to go.
I know, and I'm crazy.
When I leave you and Paul alone, you just don't grind through them quickly enough.
No, I know.
No.
I need to break. I need to let my brain rest.
No rest.
Stupid stuff like this just doesn't come out.
Yes, it does.
Like, that's provably false.
That's all that happens. Mini whack is the last one. 4 months. Everyone else will get welcomes, don't worry. But 4-month resub for mini whack.
All right. What's a mini whack?
Whatever you want it to be. When has what the name actually means ever prevented you from doing whatever you want to do with the commercial?
I mean, that's a very solid point.
Thank you.
The 5-minute rambling about moats didn't help, said Myrnas. I enjoyed that moat conversation that we had. Thank you.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
All right. Oh boy, here it comes, says Mini Whack. All right. Hey. Sorry. Hey, everybody. Are you looking for a fun family experience? Come on down to Mini Whack's Mini Golf Warehouse. That's right. We have a variety of mini golf courses to suit your needs. We've brought a dry moat from a local landowner and filled it with holes. And now you can put balls into the holes. That's all. We've got all sorts of hazards and other things. There's a water hazard because there's a puddle in the dry moat. That's not nothing. There's some moles that look like kind of like they're wearing beards running around in there. That's a hazard. You got to navigate around the moles. And there's some crazy guy who's trying to pull weeds even though there's nothing left around here. He's definitely a hazard. Other things that they're around that you will have to avoid if you come down to our mini golf course. A big pile of adapters. Some naked people running out of a crab restaurant.
Beards.
And some people who are stalking other people. And some people who are just ignoring other people, but calling them stupid. Look, there's a lot of cool things here. So come on down to Mini Whack's mini golf course today. And where our motto is, give us money and you can play something that looks like mini golf.
Love it.
Gesundheit.
Thank you.
Right.
Okay. Okay. The 8th hole is covered in ground beef. And now, for little quick welcomes. Because we have 15 minutes.
That's it.
Yeah,
Whoops.
it's okay. I'll wait till you're done chewing, don't worry. Aquicanu. I don't think he looks that much like me. People said I looked like Valakut Invoker as well, but I think it's mostly just that there's a beard. Though the facial structure on Valakut Invoker does look a little more like me, but they both the Graveblade Marauder and Valakut Invoker have like crazy hair. They have very similar hair that I do not have. It would need to be a lot longer on the top.
And you would have to give a lot more shits about your hair.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the new Mouth Sounds album.
Oh. I was like, you got me really excited there for a second. All right. Are you ready to knock through these?
No. But I'm going to do it anyhow.
Let's knock through these.
Aye, aye, Captain.
All right. Zethras, 20-month resub.
Zethras, he's a man. If he can't do it, no one can. What does he do? Don't ask. We'll just show up and do it. Maybe it's just hauling around some wood that you need cleared from your back lot, or walking a dog because you slipped a disc or something. Zethras, call him today. His powers are...
Why do you keep going? You're supposed to be shorter.
Indistinguished.
You're supposed to be shorter.
That was shorter.
That was not. Every time, it's like, great, there's a great place to end. And I open my mouth to tell you the next one. And then you do another whole bit. If there's not a distinction, then it doesn't matter.
All right.
Hail the RNG with an 8-month resub.
Hey, everybody, it's the RNG. He gives us things, or maybe he doesn't. Maybe it's a he, maybe it's a she. Everybody knows the RNG fucking hates you.
Very nice.
Well, I got a rhyme. I was trying to make a song earlier and it did not
good.
rhyme.
Slayer of Frog with a 9-month resub.
Hey, everybody, are you infested with frogs? Call Slayer of Frog. I'll take them and grind them into a fine paste. What else do you want?
Nice.
Just because they're in danger doesn't mean it won't.
Generic Evil Genius with a 16-month resub.
Hey everybody, are you looking for an evil genius but you can't afford name brand evil genius rates? Come on down to Generic Evil Genius's house of generic evil stuff. We'll do things that are kind of bad but not super bad.
Caiaphas with a 10-month resub.
Caiaphas, we sound like a metal band. Our logo is unreadable and it looks like you took a crayon and then melted it and smeared it over a piece of paper and put a pentagram in the middle.
Alan Byrne with a 24-month resub to 2 years.
Alan Byrne, attorney at law, actually a legitimate attorney. Hire him for cases that don't require you being sued for fucking up someone's lawn.
Sketchy Details with a 23-month resub.
Sketchy details, that's what you give to the police, and that's why Alan Byrne turns down your case. Alan Byrne, he's a legitimate lawyer. Please stop giving him this garbage.
Lord Zorano with a 6-month resub.
Sorry, sketchy details. That was more of a second commercial for Alan Byrne.
It's fine.
All right. Lord Zorano. Lord Zorano. Super cool dude from the 8th dimension here to conquer Earth. Lord Zorano didn't check about interdimensional size differences and is actually the size of a small mini TV case. Lord Zorano is going to have a hard time taking things over because he's 4 inches tall. Lord Zorano is very motivated though, so we'll check back in next month.
Ryson with a 25-month resub.
Ryson. Ooh. Ryson, he's the man, not the drug that will kill people if it can. Ryson, call him today. Don't send him Ryson, otherwise he'll die. That was terrible.
Mehu 7 with a 3-month resub.
I find your songs to be mediocre. Yes. Great.
Correct. Mehu 7 with a 3-month resub.
You come and improv for an hour based on the random inputs of people's usernames. You come and do a better job. And if you do, I'll be like, congratulations, you did a better job, and I acknowledge that.
Good job. Congrats.
What's next?
Mayhew 7.
Mayhew 7. Hey, everybody, don't worry about Star Wars. We've got Peter Mayhew back. We've been cloning him for years, and we're on number 7. They keep having joint problems because they're so tall. Mayhew 7, he's legally insane and kind of unstable, so don't get in his way. But he does the Chewbacca thing real good. He thinks he's actually Chewbacca, so seriously stay out of his way.
Peter Mayhew himself is actually doing just fine.
Yeah, no, Peter Mayhew is fine as a delight.
Raymanicus with a 19-month resub.
Raymanicus, Roman ruler of the 18th Legion. Something Roman stuff, not my area of expertise. Graham Fishburne Palace stuff?
Yes, the Ermine Street Guard.
Circular walls around cities, right? Protection from barbarians?
Yes, and so that the legions always knew the layout of the town.
Ah, Raymanicus, a very smart man, came up with that idea. I assure you.
I believe you.
Not true.
Jelly-filled donut with a 6-month resub.
Jelly-filled donuts, jelly-filled donuts. Now I want a donut, you son of a bitch. Jelly-filled donut. They're sometimes not that great if you get them from the store and they're real stale. If you find a bakery that does them fresh and it's like a real raspberry cream on the inside, it's really good, delicious, yes. Okay, jelly-filled donuts. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just like...
No, this is
spewing
perfect.
bullshit.
What Varno with a 12-month resub. 1 year from What Varno.
Oh, What in Varno. Hey everybody, do you need to varnish your deck? Get some What in Varno today. It's an all-natural varnish made from snails. We just grind up snails. We buy them from that frog guy. He did a lot of snails, collateral damage. Good varnish though. Environmentally friendly, it is not. Tons of endangered snails.
Curry Dan with a 7-month resub.
Curry Dan. He does what no other curry can. He's a man, also curry, and his horrible suffering today. Self-aware, but still made of curry.
Miserable. Sweet D947, new subscriber. Welcome to the channel, Sweet D947.
Thank you, Hippity Boppity. Sweet D947, a new subscriber. Oh, geez. Now the pressure's on.
No, it's not.
I mean, they've seen what they're going to get. It's not that good. All right. He's delicious. Oh, it's Sweet D 94.7.
That's what I said. Sweet D.
Sweet D.
Oh, 94.7 as opposed to 947. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Hey, everybody, do you like the D? Come on down to Sweet D's Ice Creamery. We've got 94 flavors available 7 days a week. On the 8th day, we've got 95. On the 8th day, he rested. And made a different ice cream flavor. It was chocolate PlayStation.
Chozo Hybrid with a 13-month resub.
Chozo Hybrid. Let's see. I'm just trying to think what a chozo is.
From,
like a chorizo, maybe?
No, from Metroid.
Oh. Like a little like.
They're the
little,
aliens.
yeah.
No, they're the big aliens. The walking guys.
Sorry, I've never been very good at Metroid games.
Here, watch. Chozo. You find the statues.
Oh.
These guys.
Okay.
They, like sit there and hold the things, and then they get up and follow you around.
Yes. All right. Chozo Hybrid. He's a hybrid of a chozo and a dog. What's that look like? Really awful. Please don't look away. All right. Actually, wait, no. You should look away. It's scary. That was bad. Chozo Hybrid, Chozo Hybrid. It's a hybrid of a chozo and a chocobo, which you think might be okay because they both got a beaky thing, but it looks like an abomination unto man, and what have I done? That's probably better.
And lastly, Bare Knuckle Intimacy with a 2-month resub.
Hey everybody, are you looking to spice up your relationship? Try a little bare knuckle intimacy. That's right, nothing will make the romance flow faster than 4 knuckles to the chin. How do you feel, Graham?
This is not my chin.
How do you feel, Graham?
It's not much better.
Aroused. Thank you, Graham. Good night, everybody.
That is what I said.
And that's our subscriber commercials. There was no butts today.
I know.
There was something that was dangerously erotic, though.
Dangerously. Was it the dry moat?
No.
Was it the ground beef? No. Was it when you touch Paul's hair oils?
Yes. Someone found that dangerously erotic.
This has been a weird day.
Yes. Well, that's why I was like, Graham, I really need to get you food because my brain is or I need you to get me food because my brain is malfunctioning.
Fair enough. All right, that's it for Checkpoint today.
Woo!
Don't go away because in 5 minutes' time, or thereabouts, Paul will be back and he's going to be finishing up his playthrough of Gish, and then he will be playing based on your votes. Ooh, it's tight. It's actually really tight.
Oh, wow. Okay. We'll go through the votes. Another one. Another subscriber commercial. You'll keep me here forever until I die. Dance for you like a monkey. I will come to your house and find you and then stab you a lot.
So thank you all for watching. So Paul has a straw poll up in the chat for Brutal Legend with 40 points, Eco with 40 votes, Eco with 37 votes, Oddworld Abe's Odyssey with 30 votes, and or Tron 2.0 with 22 votes. So vote for that, and we'll see what Paul's going to play today.
Good night, everybody who's going to bed because they're in Europe.
Yeah. So don't go away. The stream will go offline briefly, but we'll be right back with Paul playing things on my stream.
Bob Noble. So. What did I just tune into? Don't even worry about it.
Thanks so much for watching, everybody. Paul will be right back. Don't go away.